What's up, my arcade animals? I hope you're staying warm. 4Horsemen had a sale, an in-stock sale on January 6th. That means they have the product, they ship it out, and you get it. This is not a pre-order. And I just got my figures in over the weekend, so let's talk about that. Welcome to the most must-see channel on YouTube. Welcome to...
Get over here!
Animality.
So the reason for this sale is not only to unload older inventory and bring in new inventory like a business should, but to offer some figures that were available exclusively at their cons, their conventions, and offer them to the people who weren't able to come to those. So the big one for this sale was the Ninian Infantry. Now this is a snake figure. This is a new figure that was offered at the Legions Con to those people, and now they have it on the site, which I've posted a link in the description below. And some of these figures are still available. The Ninian Infantry snake figure is not available anymore. It got sold out pretty quickly. Gaspar and Gorwich are from a previous convention that are also being offered in this sale, and they are still available. The big thing, and I think this is one of the coolest things that any toy company has ever done, is at the Legions Con, they had this Armory Night experience, and you could go through and pick out your parts, legs, arms, you know, whatever, and build your own knight. And they had different colorways, and for those who didn't get to go to the convention, they are now offering them as pre-built figures. Now, I was not excited about this because the price of these figures, they are like main character prices, but to me, the Armory Knights are more of a army builder, a Legion builder figure, so you want multiples of them, and at main character pricing, that was just not on my radar. But these are still available, and they are pretty cool. And like I said, they have the heroic version and an evil version of each of the colorways that they had come out with. I'm also glad that I waited and didn't get these, because right after this sale kind of happened, they have a pre-order for not only their coffee table book of the first 10 years of figures. It's going to have awesome pictures and stories and, you know, descriptions of the action figures and things that you can just keep in your house, and have a physical version of like a book. You know, it's not something that's online only. And that's a big issue with the video game world, is everything going to online only and nobody owning anything. So this is a really cool book, but they also have Silver Knight. Now, this is available for pre-order right now, and this figure is like $15 cheaper than the Armory Knights, and he's got the 4Horsemen logo on his shield. So how cool is that? They also have on this sale, and these are still available also, are the Figura Obscuras, the most recent ones. They have the Ghost of Christmas Past, they have Frankenstein's Monster, and they have the Gods of Egypt 2-pack. And these are still available as far from today. I looked on there. So these figures are really cool. They're storybook characters that they, you know, reimagined from the book itself of these figures. Also available, there's some Cosmic Legions. If you're into the space themed stuff, those are still available. And then they have the last in-stock sale figures that are still available in the store. And I did check today, and the Barbarian Legion Builder is sold out. So I like going back through and re-downloading the page just to see what figures sell out and how fast they sell out, especially on the first day that they announce a sale like this. So, but there are some older figures still available that are really cool. They got a couple of horses, and they also have Hagnon, who is a ghost figure. He glows in the dark. He glows green when he is under a black light or something. So he's really cool. They also have their skateboard decks, their mouse pads, their mugs, because these figures sell fast, especially some of these older figures that are in high demand. You know, if you don't get on there like minute one and get these in your cart and go ahead and check out and get them, you know, you may not get them later on. I only got 2 figures this time. I wasn't interested in the Armory Knights, and we don't know how much that dragon's going to be. That dragon is like a 6-foot table-sized dragon, and it's a 1/12 scale, so he's going to be fitting in perfectly with these figures, and we don't know how much he's going to be. They announced that possibly in March we'll get a price and the pre-order time. So, but at this point, I'm kind of holding out for that dragon. That's going to be the coolest thing ever if it's at the right price. You know, if it's too much, I might not have a dragon. But that's one thing that I only got 2 figures on this sale because of that. So one guy that I saw on their picture that I definitely had to go in and grab first is Kador. He is a barbarian. He's with the House of the Noble Bear. And I know he looks like a gladiator, but he's part of the barbarian wave. And when those figures finally get shipped, I'm gonna be so happy, because that bear is like everything. He's the coolest thing I've seen until this dragon. But I did have some pre-ordered barbarians that will be coming, and this guy will fit in perfectly with that. And Kador, he also comes with these wing adapter shield holders for the back. Has your 2 swords. One's a little longer than the other one and more decorative. These big beefy shoulder pauldrons. 2 belts. A warhammer. And also these pieces that go on the warhammer. You can turn it into a 2-headed hammer, or you can put it with the claw back. And the figure. Big beefy gladiator barbarian. Chunky boots. There's the adapters for the pauldrons and the wing adapter. The Shadow Elf Warrior. Now both of these figures got sold out super quick, as most of the older figures in the line when they come out with a sale like this do. You know, people that missed out when it was available for sale, or people like me who weren't around when that sale happened. So as you see, the Shadow Elf here, really awesome looking figure. Kind of a black with the blue little brass things on him. Also in the box, you do get these 3 pieces. These are meant for wing adapters, which would go in right there, and then you can add wings, or add this piece that holds a shield or a sword on the back. And as always, these are collectible figures. These are not meant to be played with so much. So before you bend them around and try to get everything in the holes and on the figure, be sure to either use a hair dryer or lightly boil in water and put it in there, because you don't want to break something like this with this kind of money. It's got the shoulder pauldrons, comes with an extra head, Like the eyes. That's what drew me in, was the blue skin with the white eyes. So I may change the head. Also comes with the belt, this big axe, and super cool sword, and this shield. Very detailed. Four Horsemen puts so much detail into these figures. You can see the wood grain in this, even though it's a piece of plastic. So what do you think of these figures? What did you pick up? What are you gonna pick up? And if you like the video, please drop a thumbs up. If you want to be an official arcade animal, subscribe and leave a comment below. Let me know what you're into, like what types of figures. Are you into barbarians or goblins or, vampires? And we'll catch you on the next one.